Yay, it's episode 38. We haven't missed an episode in goddamn 4 months. We've just been going consecutively, haven't we, guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, last week was
absolutely.
a doozy.
I can't believe we talked about NFTs for like an hour.
Yeah, I don't even know what NFT means. And I'm surprised. I still don't know what NFT means after that
No
episode.
fucking taking my digital picture, you know? NFT, it's just
it's shortened,
you know? Yeah, you can't touch
Hands
it. You can't
off.
have it. Don't right-click save as my picture. Don't screenshot it. You go to prison, homie. That's mine. I paid for that.
That's my meme.
Ethereum for that. That's my JPEG. I don't know you.
What's a JPEG?
Like, how do you display your NFTs on like one of those Amazon digital picture frames? Or
no, your Twitter profile picture is how you display it.
No, I mean like in your house, like you display it like art. Like
it's a digital picture frame.
Facebook.
You gotta get one of those Samsung frame TVs that are like built into the wall.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get you a nice ass projector off of Amazon just for a fucking NFT wall.
Your 4K NFTs.
No, yeah, you just print them out. You just print them out on regular like 8.5 by 11 printer paper and tack them to your clipboard.
If you buy NFTs, you're fucking weird, yo. That's weird. That's some weirdo shit, to be honest.
You know, it's a weird dichotomy because on one hand, don't buy NFTs. On the other hand, support artists. Like, you know, like making money as an artist is like, this isn't what we meant. This isn't what we wanted.
They're like a whole new level of what the fuck are you doing? You know? Because like people will pay, what is it, 5 or 6 Ethereum, which is equal to
money.
$35,000 or something like that, more close to 40 grand for a fucking drawing somebody made in Microsoft Paint, you know, in 3 hours.
You know,
it means nothing. You're wasting your money.
I'm surprised Banksy hasn't done some sort of weird NFT thing yet.
Who?
Banksy.
You know who Banksy is?
Is it a D's nuts joke? I mean, I don't.
No. Banksy's like one of the most notorious street artists ever.
He does, okay. I think I've heard of Banksy.
You've definitely at some point seen some of Banksy's art.
My first thought was FaZe Banks. Because he does NFT shit.
Scammers.
That's really what an NFT is.
Y'all, I notice here that Alex's camera is slightly at a different angle than usual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, last week it looked a little bit more straight.
Yeah. Well, did you upgrade your monitor since the last time we had an episode?
Not upgraded, added.
Oh, okay, word. I added one too, but it's just my television. I just put my TV on the wall behind my computer. So now, like, if I want to, I can just swipe things up to this gigantic screen up in front.
I would show my monitor setup, but my camera's on a tripod back there. I don't feel like doing that.
It's way less practical than I was hoping it would be.
What, having a fucking 2 monitors?
Having a third monitor mounted on the wall behind my computer.
Oh.
Like, gotcha. It's mounted on the wall in such a way that it makes sense. Like, it works, but it's not like the workflow of moving something up and then having to go back and forth. Like, I thought it was annoying at one point when my 2 monitors on my computer desk were a little bit too split apart.
It's about what mine is,
because I had to keep turning back and forth. And now, like, this head motion over and over again when I'm looking up at this monitor, it's a no-go.
Yeah, I've got my main monitor right here, my monitor to my left right here, and then my vertical monitor there. My desk is messy, but I don't fucking care.
Yeah, my desk is also messy, but
it's blurry.
I got the blur on.
Fix it. Oh yeah, so you got like a 75-inch monitor basically with both of them there.
Yeah, two 34-inch ultra wides next
Might as well just play
to
on like a
each other.
Samsung like QLED TV or whatever the fuck they are. QOLED, whatever the new shit is. Get them
That's beautiful. I got
colors.
monitor arms and everything, so they're adjustable. Yeah. I love it.
I have almost everything on an arm except my monitor to my left, and of course the peripherals. But like two of these monitors, my mic, I feel like it looks more clean whenever everything's on an arm. You know?
Yeah, that's how mine are too. Yeah, this is my monitor setup right here. Oh shit!
It's my nude. Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah.
So like
that was the last NFT Tommy bought.
Yeah, that was his NFT. It was Frizza.
I saw that. So that was actually a screenshot from a Bumble profile.
Well, did you match?
I swiped right for Frieza. Yeah.
Oh,
but I haven't matched with them yet.
Damn. Well, they're non-binary.
Huh?
I said they're non-binary.
I don't want to assume.
We don't know Frieza's gender. On it, now that I think about it, it's been
they reference Frieza as him,
but like I always thought Frieza was a grill. You know what I mean?
Because of the voice, right?
Because of the voice and just like the way it's built. You know?
I mean, I don't know about the way it's built. Like it has pecs. Like,
yeah, but like it's anime. Anybody can have pecs.
That's fair, but I don't know. I thought Frieza was a girl too for like a good portion of my childhood.
Me too. I was scared of Frieza, like dead ass. I'd be getting nightmares about Frieza.
Evil motherfucker. Evil motherfucker. But dude, dating apps. So I am now back in the dating world after having not been for 5 years.
Yeah, me and Tommy broke up.
Yeah.
I couldn't read anything, you know.
But it is a wasteland. It is a wasteland out there.
Do you have any funny stories of like you matching with like someone that knew you or you knew them? And
I swipe right on people. No? I usually swipe right on people I know. Just for sometimes I'll like do whatever the super like equivalent on whatever app is, just so that they know I saw them. Like, hey, I know what you're doing.
And this is why you have no friends.
Well, that's not the only reason.
That's true. There's plenty of other reasons.
It's all the NFTs.
Yeah.
But
my digital wallet is full. Fuck you. I don't need friends. I have them on my phone.
You would not believe how willing people. I mean, maybe you would. There's a fair chance, like most of the people who watch us have been on Tinder, right? There's a fair chance.
Yeah, I'd say.
Maybe would not believe how willing people are to just trauma dump immediately.
I would know. Hi, Sid.
Oh.
Nobody's going to know who that is. That's all right.
No one's going to know.
And if you find out, I love you, buddy. But stop.
But yeah, like people are so like they are willing to tell you everything about themselves. Mm-hmm. Like one of the people that I matched, it was kind of a hilarious story. She was cute and I was like, hell yeah, I'm stoked for this. And I got her phone number and we were talking, and the first day that we talked, everything seemed fine. She actually messaged me and she invited me out to go out for drinks with her and her friends. And I was like, if not for the fact that I just spent all day like sweating in a lab coat and I'm disgusting, I completely would go. So I didn't go.
Sorry, I'm an alcoholic.
The next day, well, hold on. So she went out drinking that night. And the next day I texted her. I was like, hey, how are you doing? And that was at like 8:30 or 9, like as I was on my way to work. She texted me back at 4 p.m. and she's like, hey, just woke up. What's up? So she stayed out drinking enough that she didn't wake up until 4 p.m. on a Wednesday.
Yikes.
Like on a Wednesday.
Wow.
Now then I find out she's a bartender. So that night she goes to work her shift at the bar. And after she gets off, it's like midnight and she was like, "Hey, do you want to hang out?" And I'm like, "I am in bed." Like I'm not fun beyond 9 p.m. So this is about as much activity as I've got. But I was like, "Nah, I can't tonight." And she's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna go out for." She had been drinking at work because she's a bartender and she would, you know. And then she left work at midnight to go to a different bar to drink more. And she drank until like 2 a.m. And I was like, "Hey, FaceTime me when you come home." So I don't know how she got home because she was drunk to the point when she FaceTimed me when she got home. She was drunk to the point where I had trouble understanding her. That was why I had asked her to FaceTime me because she said she was having a hard time typing because she was so drunk. And I was like, "Just FaceTime me when you get home." So she FaceTimes me, and I'm talking about my Adderall prescription because I
Addiction,
hadn't.
go on.
So, well, yeah, I mean that's entirely fair, but I was saying how I didn't drink that often because back in like April I had my liver tested because of my Adderall, and she goes, "How does your doctor know about your Adderall?" And I was like, "Because I
Oh.
have a prescription." And she
Oh, she's
goes,
a monkey.
and so she, in all caps, she's like, "Oh."
Oh,
And
she's
so I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I not to knock anybody, like, some people use Adderall for a plethora of reasons when they don't actually have a prescription for it." But, I was like, "Yeah, growing up and becoming an adult, I realized a lot more people do cocaine than I expected." And she just goes, "Oh, yeah, I used to have kind of a pretty bad coke problem." And I was like,
that's
"Oh, shoot, like, that sounds difficult. I mean, how are you doing? Like, are you doing better?" And she goes, "Yeah, I quit at the beginning of this year. I mean, every so often I'll go on like a 10-day bender where I'll do a bunch of blow and get super drunk every day, but most of the time I'm good."
it's
She
only
was
been this
just
year for
like
6
Very
days, so I mean,
nice.
I don't know.
she was just like, "How many red flags you think I could stack on this hill?"
Oh god.
And like it was so nonchalant. And this is a FaceTime conversation. She starts telling me about this coworker that she has. Because she gets a text message while we're on FaceTime from a friend of hers, and her friend is like, "Yo, your coworker is telling everybody at this bar, is asking them where they can get meth, and telling everyone that they work at the bar that you work at." Like those are the two things that this lady is going around to all the different men in this bar, like, and hitting on them and being like, "I work at redacted." And also, "How much do you get your meth for?"
Oh my god.
Like apparently it's a serious problem that she goes to a lot of places and tells a lot of people where she works and that she wants to buy meth.
What?
Jesus.
Oh, stay off the internet. Like,
So
what?
this was this was one Tinder interaction
Do
that
better.
yielded this whole thing. And there have even been ones that were like they had to be trolling. They were so bad. And there's some like I'm not willing to say on a platform like this just for the sake of, you know, um potentially triggering somebody. Like
Tell us after.
I'll tell you after. I'll tell you after.
I'm excited to hear this shit.
But
I
one
don't
of the
have
most
any.
annoying things is like some of these dating sites have prompts for like things you can put in your profile to make it more interesting. And Bumble has this prompt, and the prompt is um, a fun fact I'm obsessed with, colon.
Okay.
Every single time I see this prompt, they have misread it. And it's like, fun fact I'm obsessed with my dog. Like I believe that the prompt is
I thought
give
I
a
couldn't
fun
read.
fact. Like, what is a fun fact that you're obsessed with?
Yeah.
And they're like, my dog. That's fun. That's a fact.
Is it structured grammatically correct, or is it just like fun fact I'm obsessed with, or is like a fun fact I'm obsessed with?
It is a fun fact I am obsessed with. No commas, then a colon at the end.
Referred to my message in the group chat.
I think it should say a fun fact that you are obsessed with.
Yeah,
that would help.
Maybe the prompt is bad here, not the people's understanding of the prompt.
I thought I couldn't read. Son of a bitch. These bitches are just illiterate. And by bitches, I mean everybody, not women.
And by everybody, you mean you, because you can't fucking read.
There's a lot of things I can't do, and reading is one of them. Finding a will to live. Anyway.
You can't read. I don't have a 3090. You know.
You can't either. I can't even have a 3050 when they come out, bro. This shit's like $300 and it's gonna get scalped immediately.
Oh, it's already gone. It hasn't even come out. It's already gone.
Yeah.
A what now?
The newest entry-level 30 series card got announced that it's a 3050. 30, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. You can't get any of them unless you live by a fucking micro center, and there's no micro centers in Florida, I don't think, at least in our area.
Yeah, we'd have to go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's the closest one.
Atlanta or their flagship store. Micro Center always has 30 series GPUs in stock. I don't fucking know what they do, whose cock they suck, what kind of connection they have with Linus Tech Tips or all these other huge YouTubers that cause them to do that. But these YouTubers are always doing sponsored builds at their store. Yeah, we're going to grab one of these 30, 2080 Supers and one of these 73090s on the shelf. Use one of these for our build. And then we're just going to give it away for $10 to a fan.
Who's that guy who does all the fucked up like robotics builds? Where like he did the Roomba that swears.
Michael Reeves.
Michael Reeves.
He's sponsored by Micro Center too, isn't he?
I would assume so. He hasn't put out a video in a while, has he?
Yeah, at least not under his regular channel. I think he's with Fun TV or something
Offline
like
TV.
that now.
The last video he made was teaching a robot dog to piss beer.
Yeah,
I love it. 12 million views. Boston Dynamics.
Is Mark Rober? Does he get a Micro Center sponsor?
I don't know. He's a NASA engineer. He's just smart.
He probably just has the money to buy stuff.
He's
he doesn't need a sponsor. But I've seen
YouTube ad money.
His videos, I think. Now that I'm thinking about it,
the what?
I said I feel like I've seen him do sponsor segments.
Oh yeah, Micro Center will sponsor anybody, just like Raid Shadow Legends or, fucking HelloFresh and all these other brands.
Download Raid Shadow Legends today. Use promo code leftovers for a free chip. Fucking.
I can tell you someone who won't sponsor me.
Who?
Keeps.
Dude. Do you say
Dollar Shave Club won't sponsor us either?
Yeah.
Like you bought it?
What?
I totally thought you said I can tell you one thing that didn't work for me. Keeps.
Like I said there's no way they would sponsor me.
Maybe you could ask them for a sponsor and be like, "Listen, I'm the perfect candidate."
If it works, it works.
Right. We should look into sponsors. I feel like it'd be cool to promote a product because there's a lot of really cool things that I want to talk about, but at the same time,
like liquid death mountain water.
They should pay us money to talk about them because I have so many high things I guess to say. What would they send us? T-shirts? Fuck off! Like you know what I mean?
Probably jerky
in the mail. Hello. Like I'll take the jerky. I'll take 1,000 pounds of Jack Links. If you want to sponsor us, I'll take all your beef jerky. You don't have to pay me money. I will take all the fucking beef jerky you have to offer. I am a crap head of that. Make sure it's the chewy kind where like I can chew on it and not feel like my teeth are being stabbed by 1,000 pins and needles. You know what I mean?
Do you guys remember? I don't know if they still have it. Do you guys remember the cans of shredded jerky that looked like chewing tobacco?
Yeah,
I did that once. And I felt like such a fucking dumbass because I'm like in the back. I was probably like 20, 21, maybe even 22 years old. We're on a road trip. And I was like, oh, this looks like dip. I want to try it out because beef jerky. And I've never dipped before because I'm not a hick. So I had to ask my dad. I was like, how do I do this? Because my dad used to dip. He's like, well, first you got to pack it down, and then you got to grab it and a little
you got to
pinch. You got to put it in your lip. He fucking sat there and.
Oh yeah,
I was like, damn, you were
There's some pepper on it too. Did you guys have like when I was in like 5th grade, people used to do that and like snap their fingers like that?
Yep, we used to smoke Smarties in 5th grade. Smoke.
You'd crush them up on the desk and then
snort them. Yeah,
the Smartie dust would
There was
come
a kid
out.
when I was in middle school who snorted
Pixie
hand
sticks.
sanitizer.
Oh.
Yeah,
pixie sticks.
That's less fun.
Pixie sticks. I feel like everybody had a pixie stick sniffer.
I can't read. You can't.
That's too much. That pixie
can't
stick
write.
sniffer. Everybody had one of those, but this motherfucker snorted hand sanitizer, cleaned out his entire sinus cavity.
I feel like you can get fucked up if you snort some hand sanitizer, like enough of it.
Maybe.
You'll probably burn a hole. Just like doing
ethanol.
Yeah. I also knew this girl who could put safety pins through the skin on her arm.
Oh yeah.
Like all the way, like not like just like through the top layer, like
David Blaine shit.
Like in there, like with a chunk between it, and she didn't even flinch. She was just like,
yeah, she's a BDSM artist now.
Yeah.
So I just thought about a weird Tinder story I have, and it's not what you think it is, Tommy.
That was the rescue. We've talked about that story.
We talked about that. Yeah, I was I matched with somebody on Tinder a long time ago, and I don't think we ever really talked. It was kind of like, "Hi, how are you? Good, how are you?" And then it just stopped. And I was on YouTube, and I was watching an Anthony Padilla video. And he does these videos that are super, super fucking cool. If you guys ever check him out, he'll sit down like 15, 20-minute interview session with certain people. He'll do Satanists or people in a cult or big YouTubers and all this other fun shit.
I think I've seen this.
Yeah. Well, he did one with Satanists. And one of the people on there, I was like, wow, she looks really fucking familiar. Really familiar. So I was like, let me search her name up on YouTube because she had a TED Talk. So, excuse me, I watched the TED Talk. She briefly mentions about a college she went to in Florida, and I was like, no fucking way. The girl I matched with on Tinder was the same one that has a TED Talk. It was on Anthony Padilla's video, and it blew my fucking mind because we matched like 2 years ago, and I found all these videos and shit like 6 months ago.
Was the TED Talk good?
Kinda. It was about Satanism, so I felt a little weird watching it. But like,
well, I mean, like modern Satanism is not.
That's what it was. It wasn't like Hail Satan,
right,
burn a goat's head, crucify this, crucify that. It was like, this is about Satanism. This is why I'm normal, just like you. Blah blah blah. I was like,
Satanism.
Yeah.
Satanism. If I understand it correctly, Satanism does not equal the Church of Satan.
No. She had like the most basic bio too. It was like looking for a plug with like the outlet emoji and the little leaf. And like that was it. So like it wasn't anything serious, but I was like, wow.
You see that a lot. You see that a lot.
Circle.
I feel like if you're a plug, like put yourself out there. Pay for that fancy
plug walk. What's that song? Plug Walk? With the really like distorted, colorful video.
I'm gonna tell you now. Paying for fancy Tinder changed the game. Like it is. I got a free trial of Tinder Platinum for like a week, and after that free trial of Tinder Platinum, the app is useless if you don't pay for it. Like it is simply depressing.
See, I couldn't read what I had. So I didn't know if it was Tinder, gold, platinum, bronze, silver, like diamond, League of Legends shit. You know what I mean?
It was a Tinder Shining Pearl.
Tinder Monkey.
I've been out
Tinder
of the game
X and
too
Tinder
long.
Y.
Yeah. Oh, fucking Alex got engaged from like the last time we recorded, I think.
No, that was back in July. We've already talked about
that was forever ago. We talked about his
No, it just happened. Congrats on your ex-girlfriend, Alex. Girlfriend. I can't fucking speak either.
I did get a tattoo since the last time
you
we talked.
did. I got a tattoo from the same person. Show us your tattoo. I'll show you mine if you show me yours, baby.
I did not get any new tattoos.
Fucking sucks.
See you, space cowboy.
See you, space cowboy. I like it. You want to talk about your tattoo?
Like what?
Tell us about your tattoo.
I don't know. I like it. It's Cowboy Bebop. It's classic.
Well, there's even people who don't know what Cowboy Bebop is. Cowboy Bebop. The corgi anime.
If you haven't seen Cowboy Bebop, go watch the anime, not the live action. Do yourself a favor.
Everybody I have heard talk about the live action Cowboy Bebop said it was great.
No. It was good. It was good, but the thing is, it only got a season that's already canceled.
It only got a season and already got canceled because everybody
talked
about it for like a week and then stopped talking about it.
The live action Dragon Ball movies.
I'm just saying,
it would be totally crazy if they did a live action Dragon Ball movie. I'm surprised that they haven't ever done a live action Dragon Ball movie. They should, should fund that.
You know what else we should fund? A live action Avatar: The Last Airbender movie. Because that needs to happen.
Yeah, that would be a great. So
as long as we don't get some shitty director like M. Night Shyamalan or something to do it.
I want Spike Lee to direct it.
That would be sick.
Can we get the Happy Madison Avatar: The Last Airbender?
I want Mel Brooks.
Now, if we had a Happy Madison Avatar: The Last Airbender, who would Rob Schneider play?
Adam Sandler.
Rock?
I feel like Rob Schneider would play the cabbage guy.
Yeah,
cabbages.
Yeah. What would you say earlier, Tommy?
What?
I heard you say something when Alex was talking.
I said I was paying attention to you and your tattoo that you were showing off.
Oh, I was trying to get it in the fucking frame. But my camera's positioned differently.
I was in my world. Don't mind me.
You're fired. Who would play Aang?
Who would play Aang in a Happy Madison production of Avatar: The Last Airbender?
It's got to be Adam Sandler. He's got that kind of oval head anyway.
Yeah, they'd put a shitty bald cap on him.
What do you want from me, fire? I want Danny DeVito.
For your home, fire.
Danny DeVito would be Uncle Iroh. Iroh? What is it? Iroh?
Oh my god, that would be brilliant.
Yeah. And you could have who's that blonde chick that's always in his movies? Drew Barrymore? Isn't that who he's acted with a lot, like the girl in Groundhog's Day, or am I just stupid?
Maybe. I know he's had Jennifer Aniston.
He did 50 First Dates with Drew Barrymore.
Yeah. Why did I say Groundhog Day? What the fuck? 50 First Dates. That's what I was thinking.
It's the same
50
plot.
First Dates is Groundhog's Day. Yeah.
It is Drew Barrymore. Yeah, she can play Katara.
Who would Ryan Reynolds play? Because we have to have Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds would play Sokka.
He would play Deadpool.
Or Deadpool.
Whoops, I'm in the wrong fandom.
Yeah, right, definitely Sokka. We would need someone to play the animals too. Like, what is it? Momo and Appa? Are that their names?
Appa is played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
You know, I say we just get Mae Whitman to play Katara. She voiced the character, but she's also great.
Ezra Miller as Zuko.
Oh, that's actually not a bad casting, I don't think.
It's not. It's really good because he's gonna kill it as Barry Allen.
Let's see.
Who would be Azula?
I forget who she is.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
No, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has to play the boulder.
True.
Yeah.
Azula.
Betty White's ghost. Ripped a real one.
Brenda's song.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we also
obvious reasons there?
Aquafina. That'd be cool too. Can
we
also just have Mark Hamill? Can we have Mark Hamill do Ozai?
He can play Toph.
Who could play Toph?
No, it's 2022. we got to have an actual blind person play Toph.
Oh,
Jack Black.
Yeah, Jack Black. He'd pull it off. We need Kevin Hart in there somewhere.
And Kevin James as well.
If The Rock's in there, Kevin Hart's got to be in there.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of Kevin Hart, have you guys seen True Story with him and Wesley Snipes on Netflix?
Nope.
Oh my god, it's fucking amazing. Watch it.
What a strange how the tables.
I thought I was gonna say,
right?
I thought you didn't watch movies.
You asked us about a movie that
it's
neither
a TV
of us
show.
have ever seen. Well,
wouldn't. It's not a movie.
Whatever, bro. Whatever, bro.
It's like, he got me. Fuck.
You win this round, Robbie. You win this round.
All I do is win until I lose.
Man, yesterday I was driving home from work yesterday, and I was getting some of the strangest looks I've ever gotten because I was practicing my death metal goblin noises while I was driving.
Do the face,
but inhales.
No, like the unholy grave birth noises. Here I have, I believe, a Snapchat clip of these goblin sounds.
Turn your volume down right fucking now.
No. I'm not trying to ruin anybody's eardrums.
No. Turn your volume up, actually.
Yeah. Let's make it deep fried.
Turn it up.
I don't want to deep fry it.
Crank
it's
that game.
Already deep fried. It's goblin noises.
True.
Pizza. Yes, the pizza for you and me.
Is that Krusty Krab pizza?
Now, can we see the faces you're making when you do that?
No, it was dark.
No,
it looks like this.
Can you?
Yeah, there you go.
I was about to say, would you make the face for us?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get weird looks when I do the faces in my car because, like, I'm doing that too. But like, there's if you've never done vocals, there's a face, and you have to do it. And you never look pretty doing it, and it is fucking hilarious to somebody looking in from the outside when you're just like distorted, like you just ate 1,000 warheads.
What's your face, Robbie?
Yeah, that varies, similar to Tommy's, honestly.
You gotta do that thing
one of those.
Tongue.
Yeah, it's all about the tongue.
That Nancy Reagan
honestly.
Grapefruit method.
What's your face, Alex?
He just made that up just now.
Yep, he did.
He
did a damn good job.
I just don't want to scream into my mic.
You know what he didn't make, though? A build with a 3090.
Yet. But I got another monitor for when I do get it.
That's true. Now you can game on.
So until then, your new monitor is useless?
Yeah.
Basically, is what you're saying?
My measly 2070 Super can run it.
That's good.
Just not as well.
That's good.
So we have 4 Reddit questions today?
Yeah, we were just talking about music, so I kind of want to start with this one, and it is the first question I have. So I hope you guys got your answers ready. What song or section of a song gives you chills every time you hear it? Sure.
I have a weird one.
Yeah, you go.
I'll give you guys some time to think. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen Westworld. Let's start with that one.
But it's been a minute.
So there's at the end of the first season, the composer does like a cover of a Radiohead song. Okay. And he mixes in the main theme song of the show into it, and when that fucking hits, it's awesome. But you know, I don't know if you might not know him by name, but he's the guy who did all the music for Game of Thrones and stuff like that. Ramin Djawadi, which I'm probably butchering, but yeah, no, that song's fucking awesome.
For me, it is, well, there's 2. The first one, the first thing that came to my mind is there is a live video of Nothing But Thieves performing Impossible with a full orchestra at Abbey Road. And like, I just got chills like thinking about it just now. That performance is absolutely insane.
Who's Abby?
Abby? Well, she's the owner of the road.
Yeah, it's her road. Don't you know?
Yeah.
Don't you know?
Oh, am I lagging super hard right now? Because
no.
Yeah.
Pick one. What answer do you want to hear? Which one do you want?
And then the other one is Amigo the Devil does Cocaine and Abel live at the Bridge City Sessions, and both of those are incredible performances. Amigo the Devil is a whole character too. Like, watching him play is something fun to watch. But
another one.
Okay.
You ever hear Bon Iver?
Yeah.
Ever listen to their a cappella shit at like the Sydney Opera House?
No.
Oh yeah.
I just got chills thinking about that.
Oh yeah. I'll send it to you.
There's also that one part in Demolisher where he says Demolisher.
It is pronounced Demolisher. Thank you very much.
Alex Terrible. That's another character.
The scarification on his face is ridiculous. He's already a big, scary Russian man who is probably as sweet as a fucking teddy bear.
Oh, yeah, he's a
giant C like scarred onto his face. Like, why do you want to look scarier? You perform in a devil mask.
If you've ever watched, you should watch him read YouTube comments from the Demolisher video.
Hello, this is my video. I try to speak English very bad. Demolisher very good. Yes, thank you for watch. Goodbye.
I have this headcanon about Alex Terrible that he's not actually Russian and he's basically pretending to be Russian, like FPS Russia.
Posing.
FPS Russia. Dude, I love Kyle. He's cool.
Kyle.
I love PKA Podcast. He's one of my favorite people on there. And it's so sad that he can't own guns anymore. He's a felon for marijuana. So the song for me, and it's To the Hellfire from Lorna Shore.
Oh, the Goblin Sounds.
I want to preface this with saying I've been a fan of Lorna Shore before this song, so I'm not jumping on the bandwagon.
The new vocalist.
The new vocalist is insane. Like he's
ridiculous.
I liked a couple of their songs beforehand, right? Dude, one of his like old bands, like they uploaded a song onto Brian Starr's YouTube channel. That's how long he's been in like this little scene trying to get big.
He was in what
specifically.
Was he in?
Where is it?
Was it Slay the Sir? No. What was his old band's called? What was his old band called?
Oh, his old band? It was something, but the outro is probably my favorite part of that song, especially the very last like scream that he has. It's so like intense and just like You're thinking of Monument of a Memory?
No.
Secrets Don't
Reynolds. I know this, and
Awake in Providence.
I knew that. I know that band, but that's not. I don't think that's who I'm thinking of.
You might be thinking of CJ, the old vocalist for Lorna Shore. He was in the Signs of the Swarm.
That's who I was thinking of. Signs of the Swarm. Yeah. Who did Signs of the Swarm get in?
What's
because that was like a big vocalist shuffle. Like Tom from Lorna
went to Chelsea Grin.
And then
it's like okay.
And then the Signs of the Swarm guy came in to Lorna Shore,
and then
he got kicked out. And then Signs of the Swarm got a new vocalist as well.
David Simonic. You
know who else has a vocalist that came kind of out of nowhere that actually ended up being really good? If you guys listen to the more recent of the singles that Attack Attack released.
Yeah.
Because they released the first one that everyone hated.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one that they released was actually really solid. I was impressed. But but that guy was just out of nowhere. All of a sudden, shows up and is doing vocals for Attack Attack now, and he's really, really good. And I'd never heard of his band that he was in before that.
They're definitely not going to get Caleb Shomo or Austin Carlisle in that band anytime soon. I'm sure.
What the hell is Austin Carlisle even doing now?
I don't know, but I hope he's never around in the music scene again. He's a scumbag. He's gotten canceled like 3 times over for like sexual assault.
If you're on Warped Tour, there's a good chance you've been canceled for
yeah, right. Even if you're like a guitar tech on there, like still
sexual assault, pedophilia.
Y'all remember Front Porch Steph?
Oh God, I'd rather not.
He's a Christian contemporary artist now.
Yeah, that's because he got canceled. I found God. Respect me, please forgive me. I'm sorry for the child porn.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
Yeah. Okay. If the last thing you Googled was hunting you, what would it be?
Mine's. You guys seemed really confident about yours, so I'm gonna go first so that it's not a letdown afterwards. Mine was Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC characters.
Oh, you're dead.
I'm dead. I'm dead. So many Sephiroths in there, dude. I'm dead from a mile away.
Mine's just the last thing I Googled was pansexual memes.
Oh,
I'm not going to give you any context for it whatsoever.
So I'll give you context on mine if you want. Austin Davis mac and cheese.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to need context.
This guy has eaten only macaroni and cheese for 17 years. That's like a trauma response.
You? He's hunting you down.
He's eating the Velveeta shells. I'm going to get you, boy. I'm going to get you. He's throwing fucking boxes of shells at me.
Can you imagine the recipes this guy has, though, for mac and cheese?
He only eats Velveeta shells. And
that's
Bob Evans, if Velveeta's sold out. And there's one other brand, I think. But Vice did a documentary on it. And it's like kind of depressing why he has like a selective eating disorder from like a trauma response to being a kid, right? But even he's like, dude, I love macaroni and cheese. I don't know what to tell you. I'm never gonna eat anything else. Broccoli tastes like shit. I fucking love mac and cheese. And he's just like playing Xbox, eating a bowl of like Velveeta.
Is he like okay?
I think. I don't know. He doesn't seem to mind it too much. He's like, I'm going to therapy. I'm getting better.
When I was in high school, I remember hearing a story about this girl who like was in critical condition in the hospital because from the time she was born, all she had ever eaten were chicken McNuggets for every meal, every single day.
Yeah, there's still people our age that do that.
No, I mean, like, I'm not talking about the person who always orders McNuggets when you go to McDonald's. I'm talking about like breakfast, lunch, and dinner from the time she was born until she was like 14. All she had to eat.
Imagine what your shit would look like.
It's the pink paste. It's the same as above, so below. You know.
That reminds me of like going to a nice restaurant and I'll have the chicken tenders with honey mustard.
Hey man, some places have some fire ass chicken tendies.
Yeah, but like if you're going on a date, this bitch orders fucking chicken tenders with honey mustard.
Why is that a problem? Why does that bother you?
You ever hear that?
You don't order chicky tendies at Outback or something.
Why not?
Why not?
No, it's not. No, it's stupid.
Are you buying?
You ever hear that TikTok song?
Not if you order chicken tendies.
Why not? That's a significantly cheaper date than if they ordered anything else.
Sometimes no. Sometimes the chicken tenders do be expensive.
So then why is it a problem that they order the chicken tenders?
Because there's so many other options you can get besides chicken tenders and French fries at a nice place.
In my opinion, if you're certain you're going to enjoy something, there's no reason you shouldn't order it unless you want something else. Like in that situation, if you're on a date, wouldn't you want somebody to order the thing that makes them the happiest?
No.
Then why
don't need a menu?
What's the point?
I don't need a menu. I want a well done steak with ketchup. Give me some A1 sauce
and Coke,
and a Diet Coke to wash it down. Can you cut it up into cubes for me, please?
I want a steak and a glass of water.
Yeah, right.
I would like cubed.
You guys want some sloppy steaks?
Right. Can you mama bird feed it to me, please?
Oh.
You guys have had sloppy steaks, right? Y'all used to be pieces of shit too.
I'm still a piece of shit, but I don't know what a sloppy steak is. Sounds like a sex position.
Man. People who have seen the show are laughing right now. You've seen I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robinson?
No.
It's on Netflix. Watch it. It's hilarious.
What is a sloppy steak?
It's where you put a steak on a plate and you smother it in water.
Oh.
I'm going to smother you in water.
Oh.
In game.
You have to watch the show to get it.
Okay. I don't know that I want to now.
No, you guys need to know.
That's another show that, like, earlier today at work, a couple of my coworkers were looking at a YouTube video. They showed me this YouTube video and they were like, this is so hilarious. It was a clip from Letterkenny. And I so badly want to think that's funny. It's extremely well written. Like the dialogue in that show is extremely witty and well written. But something about listening to people just say slang for 30 minutes at a rapid pace without changing the tone of their voice is so unappealing to me that it removes the humor from the jokes.
Canadian slang too.
Yeah, well, not even just that it's Canadian slang, but it's shit they made up that has no context outside of the show.
I mean, it's basically Trailer Park Boys, but less trashy.
I thought you were going to say Trailer Park Boys, but Canadian, which Trailer Park Boys is Canadian.
I watched
Thank you for correcting me.
6 or 7 episodes of Letterkenny. I don't know. I didn't laugh at all. It's not funny.
I couldn't get through the beginning of the first episode. I was over it. And so
it's a horrible show.
And the only time that I laughed during the clip was when they stopped talking and someone just made like a general onomatopoeia sound. And he was laying on the ground and just went, oh, and I was like, that was funny. Nothing else that they said was funny.
The fans of Letterkenny are just as bad as Rick and Morty fans that think I turned into a pickle is hilarious.
I disagree because the fucking
fans are just as bad.
The Pickle Rick thing was funny when it happened.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. It was Pickle Rick is like post-ironic humor now.
Yeah, like it's when cringe. I saw that episode, I was like, Pickle Rick, and then that was the end of it. But like, it evolved and morphed into this.
It's random.
You either die the hero, or live long enough, or you live yourself become the Pickle Rick.
See, the thing is, Robbie, with things like post-ironic humor, that's kind of the point. You're sitting there like it's cringe, it's not funny, but that's why people do it. That's why they keep it up, because they get those reactions.
Yeah, Rick and Morty's a funny show, but the whole pickle bit, it was more random than funny to me. I was like, oh,
that was when that show started to descend into like sucking its own dick, in my opinion.
Our fans have 300 IQ.
No, like not even just that. Like not because whatever. Like if you like Rick and Morty, that doesn't tell me all that much about how smart you are. But that's when that show started to do shit that's like, oh, this would be so Rick and Morty. You know what I mean? Like it's so archetypally like, oh, that's some shit you'd see on Rick and Morty. Let's put that in there because that's some shit you'd see on Rick and Morty. You know?
Have you guys heard Soulja Boy's banger song called Rick and Morty, where he just repeats Rick and Morty over and over throughout the whole song?
No, but I know every word.
He's a lyrical genius.
Rick and Morty.
I can tell you that.
Rick and Morty. Rick.
Alex has heard it.
The song.
Alex has heard it. That's how the song goes, and he's made money off of that.
Soulja Boy was the first music video I ever saw where somebody's clothes were blurred out.
I forgot about that. You sure this wasn't the 240p quality of it at the time?
No, it was. He was wearing a Superman t-shirt.
Yeah,
and they censored the Superman t-shirt because of copyright infringement or whatever. Because he says Superman that hoe.
Which is an iconic lyric, if you ask me. I'm actually getting it tattooed on my chest.
Do you know what that means?
Not anymore.
I'm not going to say
You
it.
want to
go right ahead.
Do you want me to explain?
Like
No.
I knew for a while. Let's see.
Just Urban Dictionary, and we can move on.
Urban Dictionary.
You know he's gonna read it out loud, Tommy. You can't tell him.
It's exactly what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Smack a bitch around.
No.
Say it politely.
That seems like maybe the wrong definition.
There's a couple of them. One of them being to put a bitch in her place.
That's not it.
When you ejaculate on a girl's back, then put a blanket on her so she stands up and the blanket sticks, therefore making her look like she has a cape. I didn't know it was that.
That's the one. That's the one that he's referring to in that song.
I thought it was just to like put a bitch in her place, smack a bitch around like the stuff is saying.
And audio clipped.
Clip me. Fuck you.
Audio clipped.
Oh, there's to fist a female in such a way that it resembles Superman flying headlong through the sky. Oh my god, I love Urban Dictionary.
I hate Urban Dictionary.
Oh, here we go. A male runs extremely fast, then leaps in the air and lands directly in between a female's legs. If done correctly, both parties will have
That's the one I was thinking.
At the same time.
Dennis Rodman broke his dick doing that. In real life, that happened.
Oh, you mean North Korea sympathizer, ex-basketball star Dennis Rodman?
The very same.
No.
You should look up the interview where he talks about breaking his dick, because he did it multiple times over the time that he was in the NBA.
I applaud the man. If that's you want to break your dick doing that, you know, more power to you.
Yeah, and you should watch the interview because it's hilarious. He's like, just give me a peel for it.
Oh man, I wish we could watch this, but it looks like they're fucking in this cartoon, so we can't. It's on YouTube, but like, I don't want to risk it, you know what I mean? Because this is kind of a good episode.
Yeah, it's
3 times he broke his dick.
Explicit. Yeah, I don't think it's explicit, but the cartoon is demonstrative of the story.
That's a big word.
Demonstrative?
Yeah.
Can you read that word, Robbie?
Probably not.
Demonstrative. Oh, he did an interview with Vice about it.
What's our next Reddit question, Robbie?
What is the smallest hill you will die on?
Ooh, I have one. I'm going to piss everybody off.
Do it.
It's GIF, not GIF.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Gladly. But
you can't convince me it's GIF because it stands for graphics interchange format, which it's not giraffics.
It's pronounced Jod. Thank you very much. How many times has that joke been made on this show? It's pronounced Jod.
At least twice, because I know I've made that joke.
Yeah.
It's still good. Old the gold.
Smallest hill you will die on. Ugh.
I'm just saying it's true.
Elaborate.
Well, the easiest answer I have for you is that the creator of the format says that it's GIF, not GIF.
But it's not.
On one hand, I want to say that the creator has dibs on naming it. On the other hand, I want to say that the creator of GIFs was a fucking moron.
You mean
if we've learned anything, it's the internet can bully somebody into being correct. Or being wrong. Like with Sonic. Oh.
At least people went and saw it and it did well, you know?
Yeah.
I bet they had the whole movie done the right way and they released it wrong just to garner marketing. In the trailer. That's a conspiracy theory, and that's actually another hill I'm willing to die on.
Oh, I've got one. Joe Rogan fans have the personality, or no, Joe Rogan fans all have the same personality, and it's DMT and Dude Weed Lamau, and I fucking hate Joe Rogan and all of his fans. He's not funny. He never will be funny. He's a scumbag. I don't fucking like Joe Rogan.
I'm there with you on that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think people that listen to his podcast think they're holier than thou because, dude, like, I took DMT once, man, and like I was watching Joe Rogan when he was talking about DMT, bro, and it's just this whole like drug culture, which like, yeah, that's cool, good for you. Drugs aren't bad if you do them correctly and they're safe, psychedelics, blah blah blah.
You heard that? Do drugs, kids.
Yeah, do drugs, smoke meth, hell Satan. But Joe Rogan fans all have the same personality, and it's fucking obnoxious. You can always tell when someone's a Joe Rogan fan too.
I would add an addendum to that.
What's that
I would say that people who only get their news, like the only current events that they get, or the only like pop culture that they do is Joe Rogan, are like that. Because I wouldn't say that everybody who's who is a fan of Joe Rogan's podcast is necessarily exactly the same. But people whose only source for an argument is Joe Rogan's opinion on it are infuriating.
I was watching the JRE, man, and he mentioned if you take like 5 grams of mushrooms at night, you'll have the best sleep of your life. So I've been doing that every day for a year.
Sounds like you need to slow down because you're going to run out
I
of
will
money.
neither confirm nor deny anything, but I'm going to tell you that it's not true.
Joe Rogan told me I have to take 5 grams, though. I must listen to Daddy Joe.
And no.
Okay.
Joe Biden.
So,
what do you want to say? Joe, that's something that's happened since
Bing bong.
we had an episode.
Kill me.
What?
Fucking kill me. I hate that shit so much. Oh my
of
God.
Course you do. Of course you do, because you're contrarian about literally everything.
Stupid. It's so not funny. It is not funny. Bing chilling is funnier than that shit.
What?
The John Cena Bing chilling. That's funnier than Bing bong. Fuck your life.
Is that from his Chinese apology?
Yeah.
I just took a guess.
Have you seen any other videos from that channel?
Which one?
Or from the TikTok page, Side Talk NYC?
Yes, I've seen it on YouTube throughout.
Well, so
YouTube's.
like the point of that page was like that New York City is in a different universe.
Yeah, it really is.
No, I mean like an alternate universe. If I remember, if I'm understanding the idea of it correctly, it's that it's an alternate universe New York, which is to me even more hilarious.
New York is already a different country.
Yeah, New York is its own thing entirely.
I've thoroughly considered putting "I could be your Joe Byron" in my Tinder bio. Like, what do you want to say to Joe Byron right now?
Also, speaking of which,
take me out to dinner. Hey,
what the fuck is up with that whole "Let's Go Brandon" thing? Like, I get it, but
so
it's Donald Trump.
Yeah. So what it was there was a crowd chanting "Fuck Joe Biden," and it sounds like saying "Let's go Brandon." So in order to avoid saying specifically quote "Fuck Joe Biden" unquote, people say "Let's go Brandon" because you can put that on T-shirts and wear it in high schools for all the hick teenagers that think that they're cool because their parents.
I have seen
for Donald Trump.
God, the libs are so owned
"Let's go
right
Brandon"
now.
T-shirts
and hats and other
and
whatnots.
There's that one like unaware grandmother who bought that shirt for her grandson named Brandon.
Yeah, right.
And he's wearing it to school. he's like 5, not 5. He's like 5th grade. He's all happy wearing it to school. My grandmommy got me this, and the teacher's like sweating at SJW. Yeah. She starts debating the 11-year-old.
How'd you guys' Christmases go?
Horrible. No, it was all right. I got to see my sister came down from North Carolina. We went over to my other sister's house. Saw a bunch of family. Had 11 pounds of food. No, 11 pounds of meat. I'm sorry, just meat, and there was salad and desserts.
Damn,
and
dog, giving Arby's a run for their money.
Yeah, I saw my mom hit a blunt for the first time, and that was fucking hilarious because my sister was I don't think she'll know. I won't say her name. She's hitting a blunt. And she looks at my mom's her stepmom. She looks at her. She goes, "You want to hit?" Insert my mother's name right here. My mom goes, "Oh, no, I don't smoke cigarettes." I was like, "It's weed. Hit this shit." She goes, just kind of looked at me like, "What?" I was like, "Just hit the fucking blunt." She's like, "Okay." She just takes it and I was like, do you smoke when like I'm not around? Because it was a professional hit. She's like, I haven't smoked in 40 years. I was like, you're gonna be so fucking high then. And then my other sister that was hosting us, her husband was like, that's like Blue Diesel or some shit, some like super strong top shelf stuff. My mom's like, oh.
Cool, man.
Well,
can I have a Sprite?
We all know they've been working on that shit like it's a cure for cancer.
Right.
I mean, it is.
I mean, that was the best thing about my Christmas. I got a cool watch.
Did she want her Sprite boneless?
She wanted it crispy.
Crispy.
Medium well.
So McDonald's Sprite.
Crispy. How was your guys' Christmas?
Crispy.
I was pretty good. It was chill for the most part. I did my best this year. So I get really anxious at family outings, like always. I don't know why. I haven't always been like this, but especially within the last couple of years, like being around family and like having the awkward small talk with family that you don't really know very well, but you only see at holidays makes me super anxious. And I've kind of let it keep me from going to stuff like that for a while. So I told my mom, asked me like what we were doing for Christmas. And I was like, we can go wherever you want. Like we spoiled the crap out of my mom this year. But one of the places we went was my dad's best friend's house. And they're awesome people. And super nice. The meal was really, really good. But when we got there, they were listening. The music that they had playing was like mega church gospel music, like choir. Yeah. Gospel choir, like white church, which is absolutely, in my opinion, the worst kind of music ever. But it wasn't my house. So I didn't want to like go into somebody's house and like talk shit about the music they listen to on Christmas. I come to find out that their 13-year-old, his favorite kind of music is white mega church gospel choir music. And he plays this playlist on YouTube on a loop all the time. Like not even just Christmas time. Like he's listening to hymns sung by a white choir just in his free time.
Not to shit on anyone's music taste, but why?
Why?
I mean, like,
and he's like really into it too. Like he was coming to me and he's like, "Oh yeah, this guitar player is my favorite guitar player," and I'm like, "Nobody but you knows who that is."
Right? And like, I'm sorry, but white people gospel music ain't got nothing on.
No, it wasn't even black church. It wasn't even black church. I can listen to black church.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to go to church to enjoy Southern black gospel music. Like that's it's good music. It's groovy. It's got soul. It's got a vibe to it. White church music does not have a vibe. The vibe is we should have been dead already. Like that's what it feels like to listen to that music, and it just grinds into my nerves. Like all of these voices, slightly a little tiny bit, like a little tiny bit sharp and flat in the way their harmonies. They just don't. And it was just like my mom kept mentioning it, like subtly to this kid, like, "Hey, why don't we put on a movie or put on something, fun for Christmas?" Like, and he was either just not getting the memo or did not give a shit what anybody said. And he was going to listen to his Joel Osteen choir if it was the last thing he ever did.
I had to listen to some white church gospel music right now. Let's see.
Just don't.
I need to get a better. Here we go. Lakewood Worship. Yep, can't stand it. It sounds like Skillet. Anyway.
Oh, then that's not it.
No, it was just a piece of guitar that I heard.
No, this is just like this thing, like the.
Oh, yeah, I know, but like just this like whole thing I went through, the guy instantly sounded like Skillet with a guitar. Not a bad voice then at that point.
Also, forgive me if I'm wrong, but
you're wrong.
Tommy, did you ever tell us what hill you would die on?
I'll die on a hill that white megachurch gospel choir music is the worst music that's ever existed.
I wouldn't say the worst. You ever hear Yoko Ono?
I would rather listen to Yoko Ono.
Ooh,
like I have heard Yoko Ono. I know how bad it is. I would rather listen to Yoko Ono yell like
a dolphin having sex.
Yeah. I would rather listen to her make strange noises randomly and without form or melody than listen to white megachurch gospel choir music.
Fair enough.
I feel like that's the music that plays in Joel Osteen's elevator in his mansion.
Nah, you know he doesn't like it outside of work.
No, he listens to Slaughter to Prevail in his free time. I wouldn't doubt it.
What
I don't know if he's
fucker, dude.
He's just like sitting back. Not even Slaughter. He's listening to like Juice WRLD.
He's listening to that brand new Limp Bizkit album.
Right. Lo-fi hip-hop beats to study to or something.
Dude, I saw there's a company out there that makes a vinyl figurine of the Lo-Fi Girl.
Is it Funko Pop? Not Funko Pop. It's U2's?
Maybe.
U2's has a lot of shit like Funko.
Manny showed it to me recently.
Might have been U2's.
And it's all, there's all kinds of memes, but the fact that they have a Lo-Fi Girl, like that's awesome to me. That just like that piece of art got stuck on a Lo-Fi Beats video and it blew up. And now there's like 100 different versions of Lo-Fi Girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get a Lo-Fi Girl tattoo.
You should get it. You should get it like on your like pec,
on your face.
Get it on your cheek.
Maybe I'll just do like the silhouette of Lo-Fi Girl, like a little, just like right there,
little tiny one. Yeah, I need more tattoos. I can't wait. Same. If someone gave you $10 million, what would you still not buy?
Ford Mustang,
an NFT.
Hot take, an iPhone.
We just attacked each other, all of us, for the most part.
Yeah,
nobody attacked me. I don't buy NFTs or own a Mustang. No.
I feel like
NFTs are just another scam.
About NFTs, haven't you?
No, they're dumb.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all.
I'm gonna 3D print an NFT.
No, they're dumb.
You wouldn't download a car.
Don't look at my digital wallet.
Oh man.
Imagine buying.
Don't touch my Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Bored Ape Yacht Club.
No, but seriously, like if someone gave me $10 billion, what would I still not buy? A Maserati.
I think those things break down really easily. If I remember.
Not even that. They have the absolute worst quality control of any luxury car manufacturer ever.
Besides maybe Tesla.
No, dude. Like if you like, at least with most Teslas, when you look at them, they look like they're built together on the outside properly.
Until you look closely and you realize the gaps.
The gaps and the doors are like that and shit. Yeah.
That's how a Maserati is too, but a Maserati costs $1 million, dude. Like,
no, it doesn't. A Maserati's not that expensive.
What?
Yeah, Maseratis are like the same price as a Tesla.
They have cheaper models, but like the Maseratis that you see driving around are more luxury. Because they're Italian, man.
They don't really have super expensive Maseratis.
Castle and shit.
They're like $200,000-$300,000 at most.
I'm looking on their website now. They have the Ghibli for $78,000. They have this one that doesn't even have a price tag on it.
Dang, you can get a 2014 Maserati for like $30,000.
I could have bought one instead of a Mustang.
I mean, I wouldn't even if somebody gave me $10 billion, but I really thought Maseratis were much higher quality or much higher end brand than they are.
Nope. They're rich looking cars for poor people that want to flex their wealth. Essentially.
Yeah. I feel like that's what a Tesla is.
I don't think so.
Yes and no. There's
I don't necessarily
other
agree
reasons to buy one.
There's more reasons to buy a Tesla than it looking expensive.
Yeah, but they just have so many QC problems.
I mean, maybe they do, but what I'm saying is like
more than they
what
should.
I'm saying is like the motivation to buy a Tesla is entirely different than the motivation to buy a Maserati.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just don't buy a Maserati.
Now,
Don't
the
sponsor
motivation
us.
to buy multiple Teslas, like maybe would be more like that sort of wealth status compared to buying a single Tesla. You know, like if you and I, you know, I know people who collect Teslas and their Teslas are cool as shit. Like I think that they're cool cars. I would buy a Tesla. But
I would too.
Man, even at 30 grand, I wouldn't buy a Maserati with $10 billion. Because at that point I could afford whatever I wanted.
So why wouldn't you buy a Mustang?
Never again in my life would I accept that level of bad juju.
Now, to be fair, you did have an older one.
I mean, not that old.
What was it, like a 2004?
It was an 04 that I got in 14, so it was 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to put that in perspective, the car that I was driving up until that point was a 93. It was a 93 Honda Civic.
Yeah, Honda Civics are just tough.
The only thing that I had to fix on it mechanically, well, I will preface this by saying that the lady who drove it before me drove it through water up to the hood. So there was like a quarter-size hole in one of the cylinders. We swapped the engine in it. But beyond that, which was not a mechanical failing and more of a mental failing, the only thing mechanically that I had to replace on that car was the starter solenoid.
Yeah, you can't really kill a 90s Civic.
On it.
Yeah, the Civics were just tough.
Yeah, man, they'll fall apart around the outside of the engine. You can still
That's
drive
why
them.
people rice them out so much. That was the Miatas.
And they're cheap.
Yeah,
they're
they rice them
honestly, if I had the opportunity, I don't know if I would want to have it as my only car, but I would buy another Civic. If I had
not as a daily
to have a second car and to insure it, I would buy another Civic, another 90s Civic, 100%.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would stick with the Mustang, honestly. I've had no problems with this car.
Well, yeah, my Mustang fell apart. It fell apart completely.
My last one had problems, but the lady who had it before me didn't take good care of it. And like they said she did at the dealership, and the dealership screwed me. So I blame them. Also, like there were problems with the electrical they never told me about. The brake pads were super thin, and she smoked in the car, so everything was like shitty and smelled bad and falling apart. And she hit a bunch of shit, and like she took good care of it. I'm like, there's a dent there, the paint's missing there. This shit's broken. This doesn't even stay on. What do you mean she took good care of it? But
yeah, see, my car was taken very good care of.
Mm-hmm.
Like the transmission was replaced right before I got it.
Yeah,
and I never. Until I was like 2 or 3 years into driving that car before I could shift into second gear. I had the transmission rebuilt 3 times on that car.
The only thing wrong with this new Mustang I have is on the like the dash. There's like
missing half the cylinders.
One of the like the power icon for the AC unit and stuff, it just scratched off. The icon just scratched off a little bit. That's it. Other than that, everything's fucking perfect.
It's still missing half the cylinders.
Not a scratch. Yeah, and you're missing a 3090.
And as we established during this episode, I'm missing friends.
True.
The TV show, Friends, the TV show. I'm missing it. I won't watch it.
Another hill I'll die on. Don't like the show.
I think that the main character of that show is a sociopath.
I gave it a shot.
Sorry,
didn't find it funny.
Of Friends.
Oh, Friends? No, Friends is garbage.
So is The Office.
I feel like you're
The Office is okay.
Everybody likes The Office.
The what?
I feel like you're just saying that because everybody likes The Office.
No, I watched the first 10 or 12 episodes. I didn't like them at all. I gave it a chance. I didn't laugh.
But I feel like you don't like it because everybody else likes it. That is not me saying you're doing that on purpose.
I'm don't saying like it because it's not funny, Tommy.
You don't find it funny because everybody else finds it funny. That is a core value of your personality, Robbie.
No, The Office is a personality. Okay.
Apparently, Tinder says so.
We've had this discussion, haven't we?
We have. Yeah, I will die on this hill. The Office is not funny, and how people can rewatch it every single day blows my mind.
I think it's just a passive thing. Like I do that with Futurama. Yeah. I've seen every episode of Futurama probably like 15 times or more.
I gotta tell you, my passive show nowadays is Seinfeld.
All right.
Seinfeld's a good show.
Yeah, I got nothing bad to say about that.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with it. I mean, if you decide to watch an episode, you're gonna have a good time.
It's like me with Walker, Texas Ranger. I used to watch that show all the time growing up.
I love MASH.
MASH is good. Matlock, Andy Griffith. My dad's old, so I've seen every episode of Andy Griffith, and I haven't even meant to. Like my dad was watching it the other day, and I like walked in. I was like, "This is when Opie gets into the fight, right?" My dad's like, "I don't know," and sure enough, he gets into a fight, and he's like, "How the fuck should you know that?" I'm like, "You've been watching this show every day since I was a kid, man." Like, I know it. I remember him drinking his Alka-Seltzer and sitting down watching Andy Griffith. Like, I remember the whole fucking thing.
I'm happy we got Ron Howard out of that.
We should get him on the podcast.
We're ginger brethren. I can make it happen.
My sister just sent me a meme.
Why?
It said those kids in the orphanage at Stuart Little had to literally watch a fucking rat get picked over them to be adopted by a family.
To be fair, the rat could talk. And I'm sorry, I would pick a talking rat over a child.
Here's the thing.
Master Splinter.
Going for Stuart Little was a much, much, much smaller commitment.
Well, I mean, a rat named Stuart is adorable for one. It's such a rat name.
He was a mouse.
No, all mice are rats.
Genetically, that's not true.
I hate mice. And I hate rats. So they're all the same to me.
You're a monster.
You're a rat.
How could you say that to me now?
We had a rat problem in my house. Thank you very much.
Well, were you nice to the rats? Because they probably would have been fine.
We were nice to them until they started shitting everywhere and fucking like humans and just like shit everywhere. They shit through our stove one time, man. We had a gas leak because of some rats.
It sounds like the universe doesn't want you there.
Honestly, it does. So we laid out these like big old sticky traps.
Oh, those are so mean, dude.
It was either that or the one that snapped their little neck. So, I mean, we went the humane route.
That's more humane to snap their neck.
Well, hold on. I didn't finish. We would let them go sometimes. Or we would fling them into the lake and watch the alligator eat them.
That's called sociopathy, my dude.
I didn't do it.
That's the kind of thing that serial killers do.
It got so bad one time that we were either going to call an exterminator or take care of it ourselves. And I don't know if you guys know, like when rats fuck, they fuck, and there's babies everywhere, and they go a lot. So we did a lot of research, and like when they start, they don't stop. So we were about to be infested with rats. So my dad, trigger warning, my dad got some poison that whenever the mice eat it, they get thirsty. And when they get thirsty, they run to the water. And as they drink it, I guess the poison activates and kills them. So we had to kill all the rats with poison. And we would find them laying around the house and just pick them up and they'd go bye-bye.
I mean, you can't really be too sad about the fate of what society considers to be a pest.
I hate rats.
But rats are lovable creatures.
Well, I understand both sides because most rats are bred to be, loving and socialized, and then you got wild rats.
Yeah, totally.
and
although Mr.
plague.
Jingles is 100% was bred as food.
Yep.
How do you like your bread cooked?
What?
Finish, Alex?
Well done with ketchup.
How do you like your bread cooked?
Yeah, finish what you were saying.
Toasted?
He said, how do you like your rat cooked? Because I said he was bred as food. We've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. I feel like our steam has left the building now. We're
essentially, yeah.
We haven't even talked about the big white elephant in the room.
Let's talk about it.
You know, the white elephant.
Oh, the Betty White elephant?
Yeah, the Betty White elephant.
No, I made a joke about Betty White's ghost. Everybody knows she died.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
We can't masturbate anymore because Betty White.
Can you imagine?
True.
One of our 7 viewers is watching this and they're just now finding out that Betty White died from us.
Oh man, she was an absolute legend, though.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We had to pick an ambassador for the human race to go and convince the aliens not to destroy our planet. Betty White would have been the person on my list.
True.
Keanu Reeves.
Betty White, Keanu Reeves, believe it or not, Akon.
I mean, there's just a huge difference in the 3 that you said.
Ryan Reynolds.
Why Akon?
Because after his music career, Akon dedicated his entire life to bringing electricity to unincorporated cities in Africa.
That's what it was. Okay, I knew it was something to do with Africa, but I just couldn't remember.
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah, my vote is Soulja Boy.
Bonus Reddit question.
Soulja Boy. I'd love to see him like walk up to the aliens and Superman on them. You
immediately
that human doing? I don't know what they sound like in Kazakhstan or wherever the fuck that accent was. What is the human doing to us?
They're all just Borat. The aliens are Borat.
What are you doing? What is
my wife?
My wife. Why are you here?
All right, we've started quoting Borat. It's time to end the episode.
Oh, we're talking about Borat? I waited the whole episode to bring out the soundboard.
You were doing a pre-show. Don't lie to us.
That's
before the show, sure.
Episode 38, Leftovers at Midnight.
Yeah.
We're
continuing the streak of episodes. What are we on? Apple, Spotify, you Cast, Pod, Tunes, whatever the fuck we're on. Like us,
stuff.
Like us, rate us, give us money, follow. We have a Patreon, don't we?
Yeah,
no,
we do.
Yeah, follow our Patreon. Shut up. We've been posting every week on there since we stopped recording. So definitely go on there, go for the highest tier, and give us your money because I promise you'll get content. Tommy has an OnlyFans for that. All right, bye.
Bye.